Hi guys, it's Cal from Dirty Weasel, and recently I had the pleasure of watching the stream by the developers of Epoch, the upcoming mod for Arma 3. Now, many of you remember they did probably the best mod for DayZ, and it was DayZ Epoch, of course. And the developers, including AWOL, Axel, Sequisha, and Kiori, had a stream recently of their development so far of the mod, and one of the first things you'll notice here is a little bit of combat. This is Sequisha's stream. That, my friends, is a female body model. It's a new thing that Sequisha came up with, and it works just fine. And he came up with it all on his own, and one of the things that you'll notice in the upcoming footage here is that all the equipment goes onto that body model just fine, and it's implemented so that it works just as well as the male body model. And here you'll see that he's searching around a bit, and in this couch, and we'll talk about the animations a little bit later, he finds one of the female skins. So you can actually have clothing that is just as good as the male clothing that the guys have. So you'll see it come on here, and it's a camo set. He calls it Quisha gear, I guess. Quisha camo. There it is. It looks pretty good. You know, they've done a great work with the animations and the textures and the skins and all that. Now, on to looting. You can see all of the loot spawns are different now. They're actually in loot containers, and those are fully animated. So you can see you open it up and drawers slide out and doors open. Couches, like you saw, will flip up, so you look under the cushions. All sorts of things. And what makes the loots interesting is that they are dynamic. They aren't in the same spot, they aren't the same containers, and they don't contain the same loot. So no more empty cans, no more empty bottles and general trash. So that's a big plus. And even here you can see an oven. Since it's context sensitive, you'll actually find food in it. Makes sense, right? An oven, food. And over here, you can see another couch. Now, the animations will stay as they are, you know, obviously opened until, and including another player might come in and find it already ransacked. And here you find a pelican case in an odd place in a church under the dais, so you can open it up, and pelican cases have the really good gear, mainly guns. We love guns, so you never know when you might find them. Now, once you get with your teammates, there's a couple new things to think about. Primarily, this is not a zombie game. This is a survival game. I'll leave the backstory to the guys once they start to implement things a little bit more. And but basically, you're going to have a number of new antagonists that are not zombies, including UAVs that act as spotters for AI kill teams, aggressive animals, and even something called a sapper. Yeah, and what happens is they are, I guess, mutant type things that are a lot harder to kill, and they blow up when you shoot them. So keep your distance. You see some more of that animation I was talking about. And there will not be a humanity system. There will be a different group of parameters that are set up to determine whether you're a bad guy, good guy, hero, bandit, whatever you want to call. They'll be new sets, and they're still a little, you know, vague on that, but I'm okay with that. Then one of the things that made Epoch, you know, stand out was its trading system, and you can see that it's still here. The traders are still available. There's a number of trader cities throughout the different maps, and they even came up with a new currency system. Gold is gone. It's now the crypto, so you can actually have money instead of varying amounts of gold and silver and whatnot, which is actually a really good news that we got rid of that. And having a currency system will be a welcome addition. Now, the traders are, some of them are static, like the trader cities. Some of them are dynamic and will move around the map as they go throughout their day between home and work and whatnot. And those will all be marked on the map, but those secondary traders will move around, and you'll have to kind of find them. They won't be in the same spot all the time, and they'll be at different locations depending on where they are throughout the course of the day. And you can see I like the new trading system. I think it's a great addition. let me just take this moment to talk about the Epoch development team's entry into Bohemia Interactive's Make Arma Not War contest. They have the total overhaul entry into that category and could stand to make a lot of money. So please promote them. I'll include the links in the description at the bottom of the page here. Now, the thing that made Epoch was building. And you can see in this sequence here, you can see Sequisha tearing down some stuff, moving around, and you'll be quite impressed as I was. I mean, look at this. This is great stuff. It tears it down, then you can pick it back up, move it around, and it's fully dynamic. So you can see, you know, it moves around, and you can spin it and place it. And then if you don't like the placing, as you can see coming up here, as he spins it around and tries to replace it, it's going to want to kind of do some funny things because it's got some physics to it. Oops, he's still falling off the back, and one of his guys is tearing the backside down, and things will actually fall off if they're not placed correctly. So you see he didn't like the placement of that, and he can see this dial spinning, and he'll be able to pick it back up and reposition it. A great addition, and it works very, very well. Now, as you can see, each of the parts are independent, so you can, once you've taken stuff down, you can pile up in a big pile, and then other players can come pick it up and then move it around and do different things with it. Now, as you can see, you can pick it up, spin it, raise it up really easily, and move it around to where he thinks he needs it. Now, one of the things that was a big feature in some of the mods of the mod is building snapping, and when he sets this down and moves it in the proximate position, it will automatically snap into place, and you can then respin it and snap it back again. There it goes. Now you see that small timer that's counting down? That's how long it will take for it to become a static item again, and then you can pick it back up and move it and snap other items to it. Oop, that guy lost his concrete wall there, and it wasn't in the right position. It flipped right off the back end because the dynamic physics actually will cause it to fall if it's not securely in place over a foundation or other object. It just can't float in midair. So no more floating walls. And he puts it down and moves it around a little bit. You see the counter going down, so it will set. Let's re-snap it. So there you go, it snaps into place. It's still going to be off a little bit, but that's what he talked about. So you can see the progress they're making is pretty impressive. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I kind of stopped playing DayZ for a while in anticipation for this, and am definitely looking forward to what the Epoch guys have in store for us in the future. They'll be coming out with version 0.1 in upcoming weeks, and right now they are still in kind of pre-alpha, closed alpha, and they'll be opening that alpha up very soon. If you want to see this or even follow along with the guys, they'll be having whitelist keys giveaways on their various streams and on their YouTube channels and so forth. So I encourage you to look for them on the Epoch forum and their various streams. I'll include those links at the bottom of the page. So this is Cal with Dirty Weasel, and I'm signing off.